We live in a world that feels like a race, where success looks massive, loud, and far away. And somewhere in that noise, we forget the power of the small things. A small task is finished. A small step is taken. A small promise is kept. These are victories too, but we rarely celebrate them. But what if these small wins aren't small at all? What if they are the quiet seeds of the life you dream about? This is about seeing your progress differently, about appreciating the steps no one else claps for. It's about realizing you're doing better than you think. Big success isn't built in one day. It's built in thousands of tiny moments, tiny wins that you've already been creating. So start to celebrate the small wins in your life. Because the little things you do today become the big things you'll be proud of tomorrow. Let's dive into it. Every morning, Milan woke up with the same heavy feeling. A feeling that life was moving at 100 miles an hour and he was stuck in first gear. He tried so hard. He studied late into the night. He worked on weekends. He pushed himself every single day. But no matter what he achieved, no matter how many tasks he crossed off his list, he always felt behind. Social media became his daily dose of anxiety. A constant scrolling reminder that everyone else seemed happier, more successful, and miles ahead of him. He'd see photos of friends traveling, getting promotions, celebrating milestones. He would whisper to himself, "Why am I not there yet? Why am I still stuck in the same place?" One afternoon, his friend Kavi walked in and found him staring at his phone, that familiar frown on his face. Kavi sighed. "Bro, you're stressing again, aren't you?" Milan forced a smile, trying to act casual. "Nah, just looking. Seems like everyone's doing something big these days." Kavi looked at him. Really looked at him. "You're doing things too. Big things. You just don't see it." Milan didn't believe him. How could his small, everyday efforts matter when the world only seemed to celebrate massive, overnight success? He felt invisible. That evening, a heavy feeling settled over him. He walked slowly to his grandfather's house, his steps echoing his mood. He found his grandfather sitting outside in the fading light, calmly watering his small garden. His grandfather looked up and smiled warmly. "Ah, Nilan, come sit. Something is on your mind." Nilan sat beside him, the silence stretching between them for a moment before he finally spoke. "Grandpa, I feel like no matter how hard I try, it's never enough. I'm always falling short." His grandfather put down the watering can and turned to him, his eyes full of a wisdom that only time can bring. "Tell me, my boy," he began, his voice gentle. "When you plant a seed in the soil, do you come out the next morning expecting to see a fully grown tree?" Nilan looked confused. "No, of course not." His grandfather nodded. "Exactly. You water it. You care for it. And one day, you see a single, tiny leaf push through the dirt. Do you celebrate it?" Nilan hesitated. "Well, it's just a leaf, Grandpa." His grandfather laughed softly, a warm, comforting sound. "That leaf, my boy, is everything. That leaf means the plant is alive. It's the first small win. Without that first leaf, the tree you dream of will never, ever come." He leaned in closer. "Let me tell you something I've never shared with anyone. When I was your age, I had nothing. I mean nothing, not even a proper pair of shoes to walk in. But every single day I celebrated my small wins. My first real job, sweeping floors. That was a small win. The first customer who smiled and thanked me, another small win. Learning one new word in English, a small win. These tiny victories, these moments nobody else saw, they became my foundation. They gave me the strength to keep going. Nilan, you must understand. Small wins create big lives." Nilan listened quietly, the words sinking in, watering a part of his soul that had been dry for so long. His grandfather continued, "The world will only clap for you when you reach the finish line. They see the trophy, not the sweat, but your life, your character, your success. It is built in those small, quiet steps that no one else sees." The next morning, something was different. Nilan woke up early, but not with the usual rush of anxiety. There was a calmness, a sense of quiet hope. He sat down and completed a small task he'd been putting off. He checked a small goal off his to-do list. He practiced his new skill for just 10 minutes. He finished a short workout. And each time, he allowed himself a small, genuine smile. With every small win, the weight on his shoulders felt a little lighter. For the first time in a long time, Nilan wasn't just focusing on the huge mountain peak in the distance. He was acknowledging his own effort, his own progress. He was finally learning to appreciate the journey. Later that week, Kavi saw him. "Bro, look at you. You seem different. What's happening?" Nilan gave a peaceful smile. "Nothing big, bro. Just celebrating the small things I do right." Kavi laughed, a wide, knowing grin spreading across his face. "That's the secret, man. That's the whole secret. Small wins every single day." And Nilan nodded because he finally truly understood. Life isn't built on a few massive, earth-shattering victories. Life grows and blossoms through the small moments, the small efforts, the small, consistent wins that slowly and surely shape who you become. So celebrate finishing one page of a book. Celebrate waking up on time. Celebrate learning one new thing, no matter how small. Celebrate the fact that you even showed up today, because so many people don't have the strength to do even that. When you celebrate your small wins, you're not just patting yourself on the back. You are training your mind to believe in yourself. You are reprogramming your brain to look for progress, not just perfection. And a person who truly believes in themselves is unstoppable. Remember this: success is not one big, glamorous moment. It's not a lottery ticket or a sudden breakthrough. Success is a collection of thousands of small steps, taken with courage, with discipline, and with hope, day after day. So start today, celebrate your small wins. Because your future self is being built on the foundation you lay with them, right here, right now. Thanks for watching.